2026 is new beginnings. Do you have any final thoughts for our listeners and viewers before I let you go about
The change?
anything?
Well, I'm going to tell you, 2025 has been quite difficult for a lot of people, for most people, and varying ways. Some ways the same. 26 in some ways is going to get better. In some ways, I think it's going to be even more challenging. Okay. Because of world events, because of things going on around us. I don't like to get into the fear porn. Just know that this next few years is not going to be an easy ride. There's just no two ways about it. But we are going to come out of it so much better. Like my guides showed me a vision. They showed me this in around 2020, that the next 10 years, at that point it was from 2020 to 2030. They told me that when we're standing in 2030, we're going to look back and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe how the world has changed." They told me in 2020 that there was going to be, over the next 10 years, as much change as there has been in the last 300 years. Okay, which is mind bending. Okay, most people can't even wrap their. I had a hard time wrapping my head around that. And then they reminded me, they said, look, most of the change that's happened with humans in our, I don't want to go too far back, in our sphere has happened in the last 100 years. And everybody can kind of get a grip on the last 100 years. So even if you look at it from that point, okay, that when we get to 2030, we're going to look back and go, "Oh my God, we've changed more in the last 10 years than we have in the last 100." Okay. Even that's tenfold. Okay. So that's something that most people can wrap their mind around. And what my guides are absolutely adamant about is to get through, and we're in the last half of that now. Okay. We're definitely in the last half of that, which means the intensity is going up and up and up, in case you haven't noticed. In order to get through the next till 2030, self-care is absolutely, ultimately the most important thing. Controlling our own energy, feeding ourselves, making ourselves more and more resilient. That's another word they talk about endlessly, is resilience. Because there's going to be a lot of people, I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of people that are very ill prepared and are going to lose their shit. Okay. So when all kinds of people around you are losing their shit, sorry, but that says it for me. You need to be very well balanced in order to keep yourself in a state that you can handle it when everything else is falling apart around you. And that's why self-care now is, like, self-care used to be kind of optional. Yeah, it's no longer optional, and it needs to be intense, and it needs to be our focus. And that's not selfish, because if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of those people that you love and care about around you. And you can't even take care of yourself. Okay. So this is why that need for self-care and resiliency is so important. And I think that is going to be really brought home. A lot of people know that, but there's a much wider swath of people that have no clue. And I think that's really going to be brought home in 2026, because I think 2026, 2027, 2028 are going to be really somewhat daunting if you're not well grounded and you haven't prepared your own resiliency and you're not using your ongoing self-care. Okay. This is not about, it's not like a diet. Okay. It's not like a quickie diet. This is not something you do for 6 or 8 months and then you're done. Okay. This is ongoing basically forever, as far as I can see into the future. Certainly into the time up until 2030.